Good morning, everybody. Corey just wanted to send a short training message about something I've been really excited about for the last couple of weeks now, and that's watches. So recently, probably within the last month, I picked up an Apple Watch, and I'll be upfront with you. The Apple Watch has changed my life. And I want to tell you a couple of stories about how that's happened and why I think that this is a product, not just the Apple Watch, but Android watches that we should be selling probably 5 to 10 times more than what we're currently selling. So I'm going to tell you a couple different stories before I get into my story about how it's changed my life. So first and foremost, 20 years ago, they did a study of maids that worked at the Marriott. I think it was the Marriott. And they took half of them nationwide, and they, for 3 months, they tracked all of them and how many calories they burned, what their weight was, who worked out, who didn't, yada, yada, yada. And then 3 months in, they took half of them and told them, your job, being a maid, is one of the healthier jobs in America. You burn more calories being a maid than the average person. And then they took the other half and they didn't tell them anything. That was the control group. So after 3 more months of tracking them, what they found was the group that they told was that they had a healthy job. The group that they told burned more calories than the average American job had lost on an average 5 to 8 pounds. They didn't change the way they ate. They didn't change the way that they exercised. They didn't change anything except for somebody told them that they were healthier. They implied that they were healthier, so then they became healthier, kind of the placebo effect. They started squatting a little bit lower when they were cleaning the bed. They started hustling from room to room to pick their steps up to get more activity. And because someone told them they were healthier, they actually became healthier, which is a really cool story in how it equates to the Apple Watch. So what happened to me was, based on that same principle, I was already in pretty good shape, I thought, before I got an Apple Watch. But I was tracking how much food I was eating, how many calories I was burning, but I wasn't really efficient on it. But I knew that the watch was going to make me track it better, and I knew that it was going to make me healthier. Since I've had this for a month, because I've been paying attention to every step, every calorie, everything that I intake, and it's just right here, I'm down 10 pounds. Now, for me, I didn't have 10 pounds to lose. I've increased the amount of exercise because I'm trying to get a certain amount of calories burned. I'm trying to get to a goal. I'm standing up more. I'm eating less because I want to track how much I'm burning. I know that I have to burn 3,500 calories to lose 1 pound. So I'm tracking all of that stuff, and it's right here. And since I've been wearing this, paying attention to it more, I'm down 10 pounds. For the same reason that the maids were down 5 to 8 pounds, knowing that this was a healthier option for me and would help me be healthier, actually motivated me to be healthier. It was a self-fulfilling prophecy. And the other story I want to tell you is about the entire United States. Every day, someone is pulling out a phone in the middle of a conversation. At work, in front of their boss, coworkers, people that work for them, mid-conversation, someone's talking to them and they're pulling out their phone to see what's going on. Being the rudest human being they can absolutely be, and they don't want to be that. They go home, their kids are talking to them, they're checking their phone. We're seeing who posted in GroupMe. We're trying to see what's going on in ESPN, on Twitter, all over the place instead of paying attention to our kids, our wives, our families, our coworkers, our bosses, and we're alienating every single person that we talk to by pulling our phone out. Nobody wants to do that. So in the last month, instead of me doing that while I'm talking to managers, instead of me doing that while I'm talking to my family and my kids, all I'm doing is this. While we're talking, I'm here and I'm back. I'm here and I'm back. Instead of, let me just pull this out. Let me see what's. And in that time, I just told you, wife, kid, coworker, boss, what you're saying is not important to me. And I was tired of being that person that made everybody else feel less important because I was checking my phone nonstop. I was tired of being old tech neck looking down all the time. And I've changed. I've started to rebuild habits by doing this instead of pulling out my phone. So when I say that the Apple Watch has absolutely changed my life, I am healthier, I'm a better person, I'm more active, and I'm in a better mood and I'm happier because of one item that I bought, and that could easily be an Android watch. Now keep this in mind. This is an emerging product. The Android, $350, we make $350 in sales and $160.50 in gross profit. If with just a 2% conversion on Android watches, every store, 2% out of every 100 gets an Android watch, every store gets to their accessory goal. Now, if I'm a manager or a rep and I know I get paid a KPI off getting to that goal, all I'd be focusing on is closing out that 2%. Now, I'm going to sell Apple Watches to Apple customers. That's easy. Based on the 2 reasons I gave you, everybody wants to be a better person. Everybody wants to be healthier. Everybody wants to make better decisions. I know I'm selling a ton of Apple Watches because Apple customers just want them. My focus is on getting those Apple Watches out to every Apple customer, and the other people, everybody else, 2% conversion on Android watches gets me to my $7.25 per traffic tick, 2%. And then everything else is gravy. So if I knew just getting 2% of one product gets me to goal, just 2% conversion, that's where all my attention would go. I'd be selling nothing but watches in the last 2 days of June and the whole month of July. This is an accessory. Fellas, when you go get suited, get fitted for a suit, if they bring in an extra shirt or a tie that matches or cufflinks, are you offended that they gave you some extra options? In fact, you'd be offended if they didn't. It was a better experience because they gave you extra options. Ladies, when you find that boutique dress store and they bring in that jewelry by some little-known jewelry maker in Greenwich Village, and you can already see yourself telling your girlfriends, oh, you probably haven't heard of this jeweler. She's small time, really boutique from Greenwich Village. You don't know nothing about this. You're already having a better experience because they're giving you options for accessories. A Moto E doesn't make our store cool. An iPhone 8 doesn't make our store cool. These accessories, tablets, that's what makes our store cool. So as we go through, it doesn't have to replace the handset conversation. Sell handsets, but make it a better experience. Give them a reason to talk about why they were there. I know for sure selling these accessories is going to make you more money, but I also know 100% of the people that walk into your store fall into one of two categories. They either want to be healthier or they are healthy and want to be able to track it. That's one category. Or they don't want to be a jerk anymore and pull out their phone. I think we all fall into that category. So my goal for everybody is for every rep to sell 4 to 5 watches this month. Maybe you got a Turbo Pleno, maybe you got to get more in stock. But I want everybody to use those two scenarios. Use the maid scenario. Use my scenario of not being rude or losing weight or tracking my... Use the stories, because stories sell. To sell more of this product and make a lot more money in the month of July. That's all I've got. I'll watch out for you. Couldn't help it. See you guys.